Hello, Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network listeners. I am Jeff Hawkins, co-host of Shake Them Ropes, with a very special announcement. If it's been a while or you've never listened to us before, the original gang is back. Myself and Rob McCarran, back talking wrestling. We have no idea where this show's going to go, where we're going to keep any of the old bits or any of the old things in there. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a journey, and we'd like for you to come along with us. Only on Shake Them Ropes on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Welcome to Jumping Bomb Audio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Jumping Bomb Audio, the #1 show all about the world of Joshi Pro Wrestling. My name is Taylor, and I am happy to be joined once again by my very good friend and co-host, Kelly. Kelly, hello.
Hello. I've returned.
How's it going?
It's going all right. If you follow me on a social media, you probably know Mom's dead. So that sucks. But I'm here ready to talk about Joshi wrestling and trying to figure out why I'm so loud in my own headphones. But I can't, so I'll just be loud to myself.
As someone once said, he hears voices in his head.
Yeah.
They talk to him.
Yeah, I'm basically the legend killer, Randy Orton.
Well,
we both
Kelly,
love Elden Ring.
Well, we're glad to have you back, Kelly.
Thank you.
To talk about some Joshi you've seen and some Joshi you haven't.
Yeah, just FYI for everybody, I haven't watched any Joshi since we last recorded until this morning.
A pretty fair thing. I have watched some Joshi, so sorry that some of this may be one friend describes wrestling to his other friend. But that's sort of a new format of the show.
Yeah,
so,
and if you don't like it, wow, I can't believe you hate my dead mom.
There you go.
How could you do that?
The ultimate Trump card.
Got him.
Wow. Feels weird the fact that the word Trump is a legitimate word, but saying it all by itself, I was like, nope, that's wrong.
There's only one ultimate Trump.
I was like, Trump card.
And it is the tower.
Which I'm surprised there isn't already collectable.
Oh, there has to be.
I mean, right?
I was in a big warehouse of bullshit yesterday. That's like it. I guess the business is that these people go and buy out estates and then take everything back to their warehouse and you sift through it. And I saw a Trump figure with a background of him shaking hands with Sarah Palin and a bunch of other his greatest hits pictures, and it was $50.
So this is a thing, you were a buyer at this location?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just went there to see what the hell it was, because apparently it's been there for years, and I had never heard of it. And my friend and I went just hunting yesterday, and boy, was that place weird. And by the time we were out of there, my eyes sure did hurt from all the dust.
Did you end up buying anything?
I did. I bought some old man comics that were definitely from a dead old man, and a figure of Gypsy from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
There you go. Well,
I guess that figure came from a DVD box set that I don't have, but hey, it was cool. And the lady just we brought the stuff up, and the lady just looked at it and was like, I don't know, $20? I was like, sure.
There you go. Well, speaking of following Kelly on social media, you can follow this podcast on Blue Sky at JBomb Audio. You can follow Kelly at Comic Geek Kelly, and you can follow me at Taymambo. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcast app of choice. And if that app of choice is Apple Podcasts, we would really appreciate a 5-star rating and review. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can donate to the show at redcircle.com/shows/jumping-bomb-audio. And before we begin, we want to let you know that this episode of Jumping Bomb Audio is brought to you by Homage. Since 2007, through crafted design, deep cut storytelling, and legendary comfort, Homage has been helping fans pay homage to the people, places, and moments that matter most to them. Their iconic H is a way to wear your heart on your sleeve. For the team you love, the players you idolize, or the city you call home, for a favorite movie or moment or memory you can't help but share, wear Homage and show what you love. I have an Homage sweatshirt for the world champion New York Liberty basketball team that I wear all the time and is very comfortable. So I highly recommend that you check them out, and you can do so and shop today at voicesofwrestling.com/JBA homage. That's JBA HOMAGE, and you will get 20% off site wide. That is voicesofwrestling.com/JBA homage. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start with a show that only I have seen, at least on this podcast. I'm sure many other people have seen it. That would be
Actually, no one else watched it. It was exclusive for you.
It is the Marigold Spring Victory Show from Korakuen Hall on April 25th in front of a reported 756 fans. Watching the show, I'm not entirely sure that there were 756 fans in attendance.
Would Rossi lie?
But that's the number. And that's what we're going with. The show began with a singles match, Nagisa Tachibana defeating the Lady AI in 8 minutes and 53 seconds. A tough SEO name, the Lady AI.
So is she the Lady AI or is she the Lady I?
She is, I believe, the Lady AI.
Oh, okay.
And I believe it is the Lady AI and not the Lady L. I'm almost 100% sure. I will say I did note that there was no English commentary for this show. I don't know why. I don't know if they announced why. I was sort of hopeful there would be so I could get some background on the Lady AI because I have not seen anything. I know she debuted about a month and a half ago. I don't understand, really. Like, is she supposed to be AI? Is that the thing? Is it just a weird, like, random assortment of letters that happen to say AI? I don't know. My first note on the whole show was, what is this Lady AI? She has a fun mask that she wears. It's one of the sort of bottom mouth masks.
Oh, like the Hayabusa.
Yes. The only issue I have with it is she tucks her hair into her mask.
That sounds itchy.
Which looks very strange. It looks wrong to me. I'm like, let that hair out. Let me see the hair. Other than that, this match, it felt much longer than 9 minutes. I can't lie. It was not bad, but it feels like a classic Rossi match where you're supposed to end it going, I think these two wrestlers are exactly equal.
Oh, good.
In
Love that.
everything. Wasn't really. I wasn't like, wow, great, or one of them looked better. It just sort of was like, oh, here's two people wrestling and they're both the same, which is probably why I started getting really focused in on the hair and the mask. But that was the first match. I will say, generally, I didn't say this because usually we talk about this before the individual matches. I thought this was a pretty solid Korakuen Hall show. Now, Kelly, I don't even know, you haven't watched much. Have you even been paying attention to things that are happening?
Not much, to be honest. Also, I'm scrolling the Marigold Twitter account, and on here they say they just call her AI, and that is A period I period. So it is, in fact, for sure AI, but there's no mention of lady.
Okay, well, Kelly, stop scrolling the Twitter.
Okay.
Because at the end of the show, I'm going to drop a bomb on you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But anyway, I'm going to say I thought that this was a pretty, not great, but I thought it was a pretty solid Korakuen Hall show overall. Next match was a three-way match. The visiting Maddie Morgan defeating Chiaki and now Ishikawa in a three-way match. My first time seeing Maddie Morgan, I thought she was fine, but she came across to me. The only time I am ever consuming like British wrestlers is when they're in Japanese promotions.
Yeah.
And so many of them come across to me as almost identical. Like, I'm like, that's the gear they all wear. That's the things they all do. Like, they're all very similar. Like, you don't ever get like a British female wrestler who's like really wacky. Or you're like, oh, the character is I'm British and I'm a wrestler. Largely. Like, in America, it's like, oh, we're getting Alice Crowley, who's like a punk, or we're getting Vert Vixen, who loves video games, I guess. I mean, that's a bad example, but we're getting sort of different types. It's like the British type is just we are young wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, you
Largely.
got fucking who's the one that used to pull the condom out of her pants?
Oh, oh shit.
Martina.
Session
Moth.
Yes, Session Moth.
Yeah,
Martina,
she's wacky.
Yeah, but I haven't seen her in a while.
Well, yeah.
And also, that's one person. You've named one wrestler. I off the top of my head named like three American, Shotzi Blackheart. I mean, she hasn't really been in Japan, but
are we doing name a woman? Are we doing
American? Yeah.
Name a British woman.
Anyway, I thought Maddie Morgan was fine. I was less enthused when I discovered that Maddie Morgan is challenging for the Marigold title at the upcoming Korakuen Hall show. Also,
I mean,
Kelly,
when you beat talent like Chiaki and now Ishikawa, you definitely earn a title shot.
Right to the top.
Yeah.
Kelly, I'll ask you this. It doesn't really have to do anything with the show, except for there was a I don't remember who did it. Someone in the match, I wiped it. Someone in the match did a moonsault. And I thought, does everyone do it? Like, it feels like everyone does. Oh, I think it was Maddie Morgan. She did like a standing moonsault. What is the most high difficulty move that everyone does now that like no one would have done 20 years ago? Because it might be a standing moonsault for me.
Yeah. It's barring that, it's just like some sort of dive,
It's like that or Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah.
Just funny. I'm like, yeah, 20 years ago you never saw this move, and now it's like, oh, I'm doing a moonsault, so now people do it, and you're like, okay, sure.
Yeah. It'd be more impressive if you could do that just standing on the ground.
The next match was a 6-person tag team match. It was the Darkness Revolution trio of Misa Matsui, Nagisa Nozaki, and Rhea Seto defeating Hummingbird, Kamomo Minami, and Megaton in 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I thought, wait. Oh, I got
this
my
was
notes
great.
all mixed up. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I think Rhea is getting better. I think.
Yeah, no, from the last times I've seen her, I would agree.
And I wrote the good thing about putting Megaton in multi-person matches is you get very little of her.
Yeah.
She sort of does her thing and then she goes away.
And everyone else is safe from being the worst worker in the match.
Other than that, I thought this was whatever. Largely. Sorry.
It's under 10 minutes, so I give him credit for that.
These are all great notes that I made. Anyway, then there was another 6-person tag team match.
Oh.
And in that, Mai Sakurai, Natsumi Shozuki, and Shino defeated Momoko Hanazono, Shoko Kashino, and Yuka Yamazaki in 12 minutes and 48 seconds. Kelly, if you had told me 2 years ago, there will be a day you'll be watching a promotion and you will feel a sense of relief when Mai Sakurai is coming to the ring.
It's crazy.
Would not have believed you, right?
Nope, not a bit.
Like, I'm like, oh, great. Mai Sakurai, she's good. Good.
Oh, finally a good worker.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, good. And I also like Momoko Hanazono. I thought she was very good in this match. I thought really there was nothing. Like I said, this whole show, it was like I didn't really have many problems with these matches, especially in the lower card and sort of the mid card. I think most of them were just sort of fine. It was like we got in, we did some wrestling, and then we left.
Yeah.
Which was fine. And I liked Sakurai. I like seeing Hanazono. So another match that I thought was fine, but I've already sort of started to forget before we did the episode. Then the next match was Chikagoto versus Koke Amare, which went to a time limit draw.
Woo!
In 15 minutes, they did restart the match, at which point Chikagoto did win after a short 3-minute match, defeating Koke Amare.
Someone's better than someone else. Holy shit.
I did write in the notes when the draw happened, oh my god, a draw. I was thinking, wow, this match is sort of like going very slowly. I think I always block out. I'm like, I'll never see another time limit draw in my life. And they keep happening, but I don't want them to happen. So my brain is just like, don't think about that. So I'm like, they're sort of working very. Why are they working so slowly? And then it went to a draw, and I was like, oh, of course. Chikagoto did a not terrible giant swing.
She's getting better.
On the floor. It still looks, or it looked here, like it takes a tremendous amount of effort to get it started, which clearly that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Of doing it. But it still looks in a way like she's really needing to put effort. Like, Miyu never looks like she's like catching people out of midair. She's whipping them around. Here it's like, okay, I have to be in the perfect right position, move out of my way, and do this.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, because you said she did it on the floor here, and I think it was the Aono match where she did it on the floor there, and that was really good too. So I wonder if maybe just the more stable ground allows her to actually do a pretty good one, whereas the bouncy ring kind of makes her go off kilter.
The weird thing about Goto to me, and this has probably always been the case, is she's being presented sort of in two different ways, and she's being presented in the ways that she's not. The first thing is, she is bigger than the rest of the roster. So I think the presentation is like she's the monster of the roster.
And she's not.
But she's very weak.
Yeah, she doesn't work like a monster in any way.
Like near the end of this match, she did a choke slam, and I was I don't know if they timed it wrong, but I'm like, I think someone jumping very lightly could get higher than this choke slam. Like, it's not an impressive, like, I got you and I'm slamming you down. It's like, okay, we're getting 6 inches off the ground and that's my choke slam. Also, the thing is, why does she wear the same type of gear as everyone else on the, like, have her wear different gear? Like, she comes out in sort of the typical 2020s Joshi worker gear, like that you can think of in your head, even if you're not thinking of a specific one. But I'm like, if you're presenting her as, I'm this force, like, have her wear something else. It just is very weird where it's like, we want her sort of to be this way, but we also don't want her to be this way.
Yeah,
like, we don't want her to get too far because then all the fans might be like, oh, we don't like this person, because we want everyone to sort of look the same. It's just very odd to me. It seems like, and I think this is the case with a lot of things happening up and down this roster that we probably don't talk enough about, is I think some of these, or many of these failures, are a failure of, like, presentation. And it's like every rookie who comes in, it's like, hey, did you hear this is the greatest wrestler who's ever lived? She's worked 5 matches, but she's already, like, that is not fair to put on some of these workers. Like, Tokyo Joshi doesn't do that. Stardom doesn't do it. Stardom's done it maybe a handful of times. But you can't have these people come in and go, they're the greatest. They're the son or daughter of this person. They're going to be so good. Because then it's like, well, they're not good now, and you've told me that they're good. So, I think.
Have you considered maybe they should start signing the greatest rookies of all time? Because Marigold's just stealing them all.
But the thing about it is, if you presented them like, hey, we got another rookie, they're going to work their way up the thing. I think some of these people, I would be like, okay, they're getting better. They're getting better. But then you listen to commentary, and the commentary is like, you have never seen a wrestler do the things that this wrestler does. Like Victoria Yuzuki, out injured, unfortunately, now.
Oh, yeah, the Aura Queen.
But it's like, if you just presented her as like, hey, she's got a lot of talent. She's working her way up the roster. I think you'd have a great story. And she is very talented. But the whole thing has been, this is a super rookie. Of course, then later replaced a month later by a different super rookie. So then you've got the comparison.
Well, they just keep getting better.
Yeah. It's a thing where, like, well, everyone on this roster sort of has to be the same type of, look, except for Darkness Revolution, who is hate.
Yeah.
Oedo Tai.
Someone needs to wear black shirts. We got all these black shirts laying around. Someone's got to wear them.
So, just the thing, I was just looking and being like, this is just a misalignment of things. And this is an example with Chika Goto. Who is she? Oh, she's a big, Then you had the story of, oh, she's gaining too much weight.
Yeah, she's a fat fatty. Don't forget that.
And I'm like, okay, so it's bad that, like, the whole thing doesn't really make sense.
No, it's bad. It's good that she's strong, but bad that she's fat. I'm going to be in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame for booking.
Anyway, the semi-main event of this show was for the British Empire Women's title.
Is this a company?
I believe it's British Empire Wrestling in Britain. And Sari Yamaoka defeating Angel Hayes, the now former champion, in 11 minutes and 41 seconds to win that title. So she is now the BEW Women's Champion. I thought this match was pretty solid. I didn't think it was anywhere crazy. I went about 3.5 stars. I thought it was solidly worked. I thought Angel Hayes looked pretty good. Sari, another one of these people, sort of came out and it was like, look at this person. She's the greatest worker who's ever lived. She's a rookie.
She's got so much passion.
And, there were some of those first matches where it's like, I don't know. Now that we've sort of gotten over the hump of we need to promote this person as if she's going to change the outcome of the world history, she's good.
Yeah, she's a good little wrestler.
Yeah, she's a good worker. I'm excited to see her. I mean, compared to some of the other people on this roster, I'm happy to see her. She
Taylor,
worked well.
Know what I'm so excited about?
What?
Rossi got Marigold an SWA title.
Yes, in many ways.
He's going back to the old tricks.
Although I don't remember, because I know BEW tweeted about Sari winning the title. So it certainly seems like the title would be going back.
Don't worry, they'll go out of business
did SWA
tomorrow.
exist at the end? I don't even remember.
I don't think they did.
It was one of those it goes to Japan and then the company shuts down and they're like, just keep the title.
Yeah, watch out, everyone in British Empire Wrestling.
Yeah, you might have been cursed.
Yeah.
And then the main event was the champion Miko Aono defeating Utami in 23 minutes and 44 seconds. I thought this was good. I was higher than sort of the consensus looking at Cage Match, which oddly looking at Cage Match, one of the ratings is the Chikagoto Koke Amare match is rated twice the same. But even with that, this is the fourth highest rated match on the show.
That's kind of
wild.
And
I thought this was better than Goto and Amare. I thought it was pretty good. I think the Utami problem, and I believe other people have talked about this, is that often her too cool for school attitude comes off as bored. In the beginning of this match, it's sort of, and there may be a reason for that, which I'll talk about.
Yeah, she might actually be bored.
It can come off as oh, I'm not interested in this, as opposed to I'm out here and I'm very cool and look at, it's the Naito, beginning of LIJ problem that he had, where it was oh, I'm over this. But then you're well, why am I caring about watching you wrestle if you don't care about this? And they sort of figure that out. I thought in the second half of the match, they really turned it on, and I thought they had a really good finishing sequence to this. So I would have ended up probably 3 3/4, maybe a little higher. I thought it was well worked. I thought they did a good job. I thought Aono looked good winning. I thought Utami looked good. Now, Kelly.
Yes.
I promised you a bombshell at the end of this review.
Oh, buddy, I'm ready.
Which is that at the end of this show, it was announced that Utami is leaving Marigold.
What?
Yes.
How could she?
Rossi
did so much for her.
Her last show is going to be May 23rd. Wow. That was very exciting to get a genuine gasp out of Kelly on air.
I can't believe she is doing that to our boy Rossi Oguchi. Gussie Oguchi, that's it.
So that was the big news. It was sort of funny because it was this Korakuen Hall was pretty solid. John Carroll of Wrestling Omakase said this. You sort of watch a Korakuen where you're okay, I can see something, and then at the end it's oh, and a big star is out of here.
Why wouldn't they book her in some sort of loser leaves town match? I
don't know. I mean, I think putting the champion over is probably...
It is, but it seems weird to be I lost, I'm leaving. I was leaving anyways.
Yeah, so we will have to
I'm not fired, I quit.
I will say that Rossi, since this time, has had an interview. He was interviewed somewhere where he said that someone who was meant to debut elsewhere is going to debut in Marigold. I believe, or other people believe, or other people have been mentioning. Do you remember this, Kelly, that there was a Tokyo Joshi worker who was going to debut with on January 4th or
Yeah, and
something?
they said she had like poor conditioning or something.
Correct. People are speculating it's her.
What the fuck? What is with him stealing children everywhere? Like, Jesus
But Kelly,
Christ.
more exciting, he said that he has a quote secret weapon.
Oh, it's the new greatest wrestler we've ever seen.
Who will be coming? It is likely to be Kyrie because she just got let go. People also keep talking about that it seems like Julia's going to be gone very soon from WWE. I don't know anything about that because I don't watch WWE, so I don't know if that's...
I think she lost her title in WWE, so everyone's just assuming that means she's getting let go.
Yeah, I don't know if that's valid.
Yeah, I don't either.
Speculation or not, but you would think if he's going, I have a secret weapon, it's one of those two people.
Yeah.
Or both. Although based on also what I'm hearing about Kyrie, I'm not sure that she's still at the peak of her
He can
career.
have her. That's fine.
Also, isn't she married to Evil?
No, that's Io.
Oh, that is Io. You're
She's
right.
just married to some dude, as far as I know.
In Japan or in America?
I believe in Japan,
Okay.
but they may have like moved. I don't know.
So she may come back. We'll see. But yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, judging from her last Stardom run, Rossi can have her.
Yeah. And it may be Utami's going back to Stardom, which would be from a perspective would be a big get for,
Yeah.
I don't know that she really has a place in Stardom, but I think from the perspective of like, oh, she left and then she's coming back is a big win. To be like,
for sure.
Oh, yeah, she went over there. No good. She's back.
That and obviously makes Marigold look like a complete sinking ship if she jumps back.
I mean, thank God Mayu's there because what the heck would they be doing?
Yeah. Was Mayu on this show?
She wasn't. She was on commentary.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the other big show of the last 2 weeks, and it was certainly a big show, was Stardom's All-Star Grand Queendom from Yokohama Arena on the 26th of April in front of 8,015 fans. That's a crazy number.
Yeah, that's very many people.
That seems like it would be hard to top from anyone anytime soon.
Yeah.
But Kelly, you watched most of this show.
Yeah, I to save myself some time, and I'm glad I did because I would not have been ready for the show had I watched everything. But I did skip the pre-show and the gauntlet tag. But I watched everything else and enjoyed this show quite a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was a good show. I think looking back at previous Grand Queendoms, it was far below them.
Yeah.
I would probably say, I think if you were to rate all of them, now that there have been, 4 that have happened? 3?
3 or 4, yeah.
I think this would I think it's probably a victim of some expectations. I thought it was a very good show. I had a lot of matches I enjoyed. There was nothing I really I'm like, you gotta go out and watch this match, as soon as you can. I think that's really what
I
the
do
show
have
was
one
missing.
match like that.
And I think I have some annoyance that some other people won't have that brought the show down for me. If you've been listening to the show long enough, I bet you can guess it.
I think I can guess it too, and I'm assuming I had the same annoyance.
But I will start. So I did watch the pre-show matches. I actually really liked the first 2. I'll sort of lump these together. The first 2. The first one was Aya Sakura defeating Kikyo Furusawa in 10 minutes and 12 seconds. The second one, Kyoko Kotatsu and Motoi Hamabe defeating Akira Kuragane and Kanaya in 6 minutes and 6 seconds. These were like shooters welcome matches.
Oh,
I was like into these, especially Sakura and Furusawa. They were like doing like running kicks, and then they were doing ankle locks, and they were doing submission holds, and I was like,
okay.
oh, this is
Okay.
fun. I was like, oh, I'm having a good time.
I might go back for those.
You know, the third pre-show match, Xena, it was a 6-way. Xena defeating Lady C, Momokogo, Tabata, Tomoka Inaba, and Yuna Mizumori was much more classic sort of, hey, it's a pre-show match and we're trying to get people on the card to do something. So here they are. Sort of match where it's not bad, but it's just sort of, we go out there, we wrestle, we do our thing. Xena pinning Yuna Mizumori in the end, so I'm sure that will factor into a title shot down the road. But yeah, I thought the first two were very solid. It was a long show, so, you know, there's a little of, I didn't watch it live, but, you know, opening up the file and seeing that it's 6.5 hours and being like, oh, 3 pre-show matches. But I really enjoyed the first two. You know, not crazy amazing matches, but for pre-show matches were very entertaining, and was happy to have seen them. The first match proper on the show was a singles match, Maki Ito defeating Natsupoi in 10 minutes and 14 seconds. And I'll say this, I was ready to bury this match because near the end, I thought it was going to be the same exact Ito dying a valiant death, putting up the middle finger, and then losing. And I was like, are we seriously doing this frickin' story again here? And then she won.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, great. She can win. I didn't think this action was anything to write home about. But the crowd was really into it, which was
the crowd
good.
was really into Maki Ito.
And I thought it did what it needed to do. Like, helps to have Natsupoi, a very good wrestler, in there, but I thought it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun opener. I do have a fun fact about this match. The last time these two had a singles match, both Taylor and I were in attendance.
We were? Where was that? Where was that?
Tokyo Joshi in 2019. Princess Cup Night 3. It was in Shinkiba.
Was that main evented by the tag title match?
Yes.
Interesting. I have no memory of that match. I don't have memory of that show except for the title match, which was Niyobashiki-gun against the Magical Sugar Rabbits, right?
It sure was.
See, because it was Masao, Niyobashiki-gun Masao.
Yeah.
That was like the big thing, is she had just, like, that had just happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, who's this going to be? And I remember being very excited for this match, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. That's my other memory of it. Wow, that's so funny. Well, and Natsupoi here, was that her old gear
that
she was wearing?
Yeah, it was,
or something similar to it.
It was Kairi gear.
Oh,
I think from when they tagged, maybe.
I was like, where do I recognize that gear from?
Because it had like fucking steering wheels and anchors on it.
Because she used to wear something when she was what was her name?
Natsumi
Maki.
I wonder if that's what like the idea was, but she's like, shit, I don't have any of that gear left except for this one that's full of fucking pirate shit.
Because now I'm trying to look it up. Of course, I'm getting all this Natsupoi. No, I guess I'm thinking of her yellow gear.
Yeah.
Which I guess I transposed to being pink. Okay. Well, wait a minute. No, she did wear this pink gear with the things on it.
Oh, really?
With the wheel and the anchor on it.
Huh.
Yeah, because says Tokyo Joshi spoiler from 7 years ago. Oh, but she was wearing it like, hold on. Oh, and someone tweeted about it 7 years ago saying hand me down or same design, comparing it to Kyrie's gear.
Okay, because I'm
Oh,
looking.
Kyrie gave her old gear to Natsumi Maki as a gift.
Okay.
So we're both right.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the thumbnail from the match we were at, and she is wearing the yellow gear in this one.
Yeah, because I was like, I swear I've seen that gear before, but maybe also I was thinking of it being on Kyrie, but she has worn it in Tokyo Joshi. Okay, we're both right. Good job.
We did it.
Good job, everyone. The next match was the Gauntlet Tag Team match. FWC, of course, the team of Hazuki and Koguma defeating Amisore and Hina, Azusa Inaba and Rina, May Sierra and Starlight Kid, who both came out very fun, dressed like Starlight Kid, which I thought was fun. Rion and Waka Tsukiyama and B. Priestley and Saya Ida. 16 minutes and 46 seconds. Kelly, you said you didn't watch this. I did.
Sure didn't.
It was a gauntlet match. They didn't really waste time. Like some of these were, at least in the beginning, like the first elimination took 1 minute and 25 seconds. So very quick. The last one was pretty quick. I think it was like 3 minutes or something. Didn't waste time. FWC winning. Great. Can't complain. But it's a get on the card match. There's not that much to it beyond that. So it was fine. Then we get to the titles, or we start to get to the titles with the Future of Stardom title match. Rani Yagami defeating Emma Mashima in 8 minutes and 11 seconds. Kelly, what'd you think?
I was slightly disappointed by this one. I thought it was fine, but Rana coming off of that tremendous match or title defense? Yeah, because she beat Hanako. Title defense against Aya Sakura, and then this was just kind of just okay. So I was a little disappointed, but I thought it was good enough.
I was disappointed, more than slightly, because I was like, oh, this should be a great match, and then it was just sort of a match.
Yeah.
It did not really meet my expectations, you know.
It felt like a pre-show match.
Yeah, I mean, it is sort of like the third match on this very long card. So I'm sort of like, look, I get they didn't go out there and have a like banger great match, but
it's the first title match, so you kind of expect something from it.
And it's on a big show. I'm like, it's a big show. If all of these are like go out there and we go nuts, you know, I'm happy to see that. That was not really this. It was just sort of like, oh, okay, it was a match. Yeah. Oh well. The next match, a singles match, Fuwa-chan successfully defending her name, defeating Sayori Yano in 16 minutes and 56 seconds. I really liked this one. I thought it really picked up near the end. It was a lot of fun. Fuwa-chan continues to be very good. Speaking of, much better than many hyped rookies are. I went 3 3/4. I thought it was super fun. Really enjoyed it. I sort of was interested to see if Fuwa-chan lost, like what would happen, because the whole thing was she would have to give up her name. So I sort of was looking forward to that. So I was a little bit bummed, like, she just keeps the name and we move on. Because I was like, oh, what would they do? Like, who would she be? What, you know? But now we don't have to think about that. So, Kelly, what'd you think?
I thought it was good. You know, we got another person here that Fuwa-chan can have a good singles match with, but with Sayori, that's not hard. But, you know, just another good match in her resume. So, you know, she might not be the greatest rookie that's ever lived, but she's pretty damn good.
The next match was a Drunkers Crash hardcore tag team match.
Hell yeah.
The Mi Vida Loca duo of Rina Yamashita and Suzu Suzuki defeating the Hi Mate team of Hanako and Maika in 19 minutes and 41 seconds. I liked this match, but I thought it was constructed so poorly. Like, I went 4 stars, but I'm like, why are we doing these things in this order? Because it was like they came out, they're doing a couple things, then 2 people blade like 3 minutes into the match. They're bleeding all over the place. It's like, whoa, they're getting stapled. I'm like, wow, we're really going nuts here. And then they go into the sequence of like the most basic hardcore you've ever, like, they're like, oh, I'm gonna put the ladder on my head and I'm gonna swing the ladder around, and oh, I'm gonna put a chair on the mat and I'm gonna do a slam on the chair. I'm like, why have we gone from like very extreme stuff to then it was like, oh, we'll just sort of do like, oh, I drop you on a ladder. Oh, okay. And then they went back to it near the end. And I was like, this is like, there was no real like build to the violence. It was just sort of like, this is very violent. Now it's not very violent. And then, of course, Suzu getting brained
Oh my god.
on the table. So it was like a big spike at the beginning of the match of action. Then it was sort of like, okay, okay. Then Suzu getting dropped on the table, big spike. And then it just sort of like ended. Like, I thought they worked hard. Again, I said I liked it. I would have gone like 4 stars, but I'm like, it seems like there's a much better match, even with doing the same things. Just put them in different orders, and I think it would build like it would have built better, because then by the end you're doing the thing on the, sending Suzu through the table, and by that time you've been all bloody, and now all the blood is wiped away. Like, there's no more blood.
Well, don't worry, they brought that back.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I think the
yeah.
match would have felt different if Hanako hadn't tried to bleed all of the blood out of her head. Like, if it hadn't been that kind of horrific amount, it wouldn't have felt like the dip in the middle, because it just would have been more leveled out. But Hanako's face was like, nah, man, I'm squeezing out all the strawberry topping.
It just was so strange, especially because they usually never do that it was like, whoa, this is a big deal. And then they just like went into a Dash Chizako style, like a fun hardcore match.
Yeah, no, I thought it was awesome. I went 4.5 on it. This is extremely my kind of bullshit. This was Hanako's best match ever. I thought she was great here. Even not bleeding all of her blood withstanding, I thought she was really good here. I think she might have found her niche as a hardcore wrestler. Just the amount of times in this match that I said out loud, Jesus Christ, because something insane happened. Like, I was shocked when they threw the towel to the referee so he could wipe up the blood because it was getting too slick in there. Like, that's crazy in a Stardom show. And then, Hanako's cut was bad because when it was reopened after that chair shot in the closing stretch and like they were talking in the post match, Rina said to like Micah, like, you got to put a towel on that thing.
Well, and then the match immediately ended and they were like, get a towel on. Like, they brought in like stuff and were like, put something on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot I liked. I just thought it was very like, oh, we're going really crazy. Like, I thought based on where they went in the first 5 minutes, I was like, are they gonna like pull out light tubes here? Like, what is going on?
I kind of thought tubes might be coming.
And then it was like, no, here's a pile of chairs. Oh no, here's, throwing a chair at your opponent and drop kicking them. I'm like, okay, but this is like any person doing a hardcore match would do this.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And
no, it was definitely elevated by the Hanako blade job.
The next match was the IWGP Women's Title match. The champion Shuri defeating Megan Bayne, the Megasis, in 17 minutes and 19 seconds. Speaking of best matches, I mean, this is Megan Bayne's best match ever, right?
I think it might be, yeah.
I can't think of another one. I really like this. I thought it was really good. I went 4.25. I thought they had some really fun near falls at the end. I thought Shuri was great, as always, as is expected. I thought it was really well worked.
Yeah, no, I thought they did a great job. It was just kind of them throwing bombs, and that's what you want out of two big, strong ladies. So this was really good. I went 4 on it, but yeah, I think I would agree and say that this is probably Megan Bain's, at the very least, her best singles match.
I mean, I would have to go back because I cannot even think of another one where I'm like, oh, this was good.
Oddly enough, I did watch Collision with some friends, and the tag title match on there was actually really good. So she's kind of on a hot streak.
There you go. Then we get to the top 3, and I say we get to the top 3. They're all sort of linked. Try and figure out how they're linked. The first was the Goddesses of Stardom title match. The Neo Genesis duo of Azumi and Miyu Amasaki defeating BMI 2000, the hate duo of Natsuko Tora and Ruaka, in 23 minutes and 19 seconds to win those titles. I actually did enjoy this. I thought Tora was clearly the weak link in it.
But I do feel like both she and Ruaka stepped up in this match.
I thought Ruaka was pretty good in this match. Like, I was like, oh, you're doing well. I thought that Tora was good enough to sort of get through it. To be like, okay, we're getting, like, it's fine. I went 4 stars, although I believe this match was the referee criticism number 1. They bring in the box, they hit someone with the box, the ref is not looking. Fine. They bring in the box again. They throw the box essentially in front of the ref. They pick up the box and they're hitting people with it, and the ref is standing there like,
oh, come on.
Like, oh, okay. Like, but he didn't even really do, oh, come on. It was just sort of like, all right. And then they finished it, and he was like, oh, I'll get rid of this. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're cheat. Like, I get, it makes the refs look silly when they turn around and they go, oh, what are you doing over there? I'm so distracted.
Oh, why is she blue now?
At least I can buy that, someone yelling at you might go, hey, what's over there? They throw it in there like, here I am, I'm cheating. And it's just sort of like, okay, that's fine. Keep on going. It just annoys me. I went 4 stars on this. I thought it was very good. I thought Azumi and Miyu worked very hard. And maybe went in with low expectations, and they were exceeded.
That's kind of where I am at this. I also went 4 on it, and I wasn't expecting much, and I thought it was pretty good. It was a good big versus small match that worked, and they overcame the hate nonsense.
The semi-main was for the Wonder of Stardom title, and that was Hanan defeating the champion Konami, Miss Icicle Psycho herself, to win the Wonder of Stardom title. Another match I enjoyed. I probably would have been slightly lower. This was also the second match in a row where there was hate interference.
Yeah.
Which really annoyed me.
Yeah.
And so I probably would have gone, I don't know, 3.5, 3 3/4. I thought Konami was actually pretty good, but I was just like, oh, another match of, and I sort of get the story, and this is a little bit looking ahead to the main event, but like, I like the overall story of, we've gotten together and we're going to dispatch of all these hate champions. Like, great. To do it on the same card in the same way sort of was like, okay, I'm seeing 3 of the same thing.
Yeah. I really didn't care much for this match. I thought it was kind of boring, and I'm actually back to thinking that Konami's washed again. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like the same old shit, and nothing about it excited me.
And then we have the main event, the World of Stardom title match. Sayaka Kurara defeating Saya Kamatani in 27 minutes and 5 seconds to win the World of Stardom title and keep Cosmic Angels together. Kelly, what'd you think of this match?
I don't entirely know yet what I think yet. I think this might be the ballsiest booking decision I've seen in quite some time. And I'm interested in the story and where it goes. But I don't see Kurara at this level, you know? Like going into the match, I didn't see Kurara as being someone that I could buy beating Saya. And after the match, I still kind of feel that way, even though, of course, she did win. I think the story was good, but it felt a little rushed, and I don't think they built up Kurara well enough going into it. So I looked on her cage match, and these are her singles victories in the past year. So a year ago, she beat Tekla and sent her out of the company. Her other singles victories are Cherry, Fukigen Death, Rian, Azumi, Yuki Miyazaki, Saki Kashima, and Tomaka Inaba. That's not a lineup that I feel like gets you kind of ready to go take the title off of the hottest champion this company has had ever. So I think they could have built her better. I think maybe it would have been better to have her win the Cinderella tournament for the second year in a row. That would have been a nice build-up for her. I thought the match itself was good, not great. Kurara needs to work on her 2.99 kickouts. Because there was, I think, 2 times that I noticed that Daichi had to stop counting before she kicked out. But I don't know. I thought the action was good, but it could have been better. So I settled on 3 3/4 stars on it. I definitely doesn't touch last year's main event with Saya versus Tom. I see what they were going for. I don't think they nailed it. What do you think?
I also think it's very interesting. I think it's interesting that 2026, now this is fairly different. They're in 2 different places, but with the Yuki Arai victory over Miyu, I think you can see some of that there. Of course, Yuki Arai has been sort of pushed as she's a big deal, even though she hasn't been singles champion before. So there's some degree of, they were prepping her for this, whether she's ready or not. We don't know yet. But very similar. It's a big swing. Part of me is interested to know if I think maybe the thought is thinking about, okay, why are they doing this? The match ends, Saya loses, the sort of ending or close to ending, because of course then Sayaka did a speech and whatever. The closing image is Saya walking up the ramp crying, the crowd chanting her name, and then they cut the music and she sort of walked to the back hunched over crying in some degree of silence. During the match, there's the moment when I think Momo hit her with the bat or hit her with something. They went to do a move on
She kicked her.
Yes. Which seems to have been percolating for at least a while, because people have thought for a while that Momo was going to turn babyface and leave hate. Part of me wonders if they think, okay, let's take a chance to take the title off Saya and try and heat someone else up, and then put Saya in some kind of prominent story. The story after the show is Hate was dominating. They had these 3 titles. Now they have none of the titles. Who's the leader of this group? Saya. What happened to her? She lost. Is there going to be a big Saya versus Momo feud that they really get behind? And so it becomes, okay, we have a champion. She can be over here. We're trying to, build her up as champion. But also we still have the fallback of we're telling a story about Saya, who people obviously really like. Or like to watch, she's a heel, but they're coming to see her to some degree. Like, I wonder if that's the idea is, and maybe the end of that story is Saya turns babyface. Maybe the end of that story is Momo turns babyface. Maybe the end of the story is you think Saya is going to turn babyface and she stays heel and she kicks Momo out and she challenges for the title again and she wins it. And now she's like, I am in control of this group. I am all powerful and I'm coming back and I'm going to beat you. And that could be the pull in case of emergency lever. That's like, whoops, it didn't work. Okay, Momo, get out of the group and I'm coming back and I'm winning the title again. I think there's options for places to go. I do think it is very risky because I do think Carrara is in that position of doesn't feel like, this is someone who's like, she's right there. And so, of course, she would win the title. But that could be born out of the fact that a lot of people who challenged for this title in the past were like, hey, I've challenged for this title 9 times and I've never won. This is like the opposite of the Rossi problem, which was we just run these people like lemmings into title matches. And so by the time they won the title, it's like, this is my 6th title challenge. And it's like, oh, okay, great. You want, the opposite of the Jungle Kiyono problem, which was she kept challenging and everyone was like, we want her to win and she would lose. So I think it's interesting. I think the 3 matches at the top, all sort of telling one story, which is like the fall of hate, feels to me like they have something in their brain of like, this is going somewhere. Like if the other 2 matches were like hate keeps the tag titles and, maybe Konami lost or I don't know, goes to like a time limit draw or something. I don't know. Then I would say, oh, I don't know, but it certainly feels of one. Like I said, I think some of these, the idea of the matches, we are the good guys, the good women, and we have vanquished hate for the moment. We did it, all 3 titles. That's a great thing. Now in execution, this match started, Saya was choking Carrara with the chain. I was like, I don't love that, but usually Saya matches are less interference heavy. The chain isn't interference, so I'm like, whatever, I'm willing to let it go. There was a lot of interference in this match.
There was a lot of interference in this match.
And there was, I'm calling it referee complaint number 2, but it should be referee complaint number 1. Okay, the chaos is happening. I think it was Momo and someone else, I don't remember who, are in the middle of the ring fighting next to Sayaka and Saya. I think it was, wasn't it Daichi doing this match?
Yes, it was.
Yes. Who got a big cheer, Kelly, I hate to say, when he got announced.
That's fine. I'm starting to come around on Daichi.
He turns around to see 2 groups of people fighting and fully ignores the group that is not even legal in this match. He makes no attempt to get them out of the ring. He doesn't really acknowledge that they're doing anything. And then 2 seconds later, there's a pin, and who breaks it up? The 2 people who've been standing in the ring this whole time. Like, what? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It makes, like, that to me is a thing where I don't like the interference. But again, I can understand it on some level where it's like the referee gets distracted and he doesn't see it. Okay. You cannot sell me on the referee turns around, he sees it, he does nothing, and it then directly affects the match. And you're telling me he doesn't stand up and go, this is cheating, stop, the match is over. Obviously he's not going to do that in a title match on your biggest show that's the main event. But then don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're asking me, like, if I'm watching a game of football and a fan runs on the field, no ref on earth would go, oh, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, they're allowed to help. They're on the field
Yeah.
now.
Oh, they caught the ball? Oh, well, that's okay. We'll count it. But if you could leave, please. Just go back into the stands. That would be great. And try not to do it again, please. Like, I just hate that.
Yeah.
To say a phrase. I mean, I did like the match. I thought it was good. I thought it had a good ending. I thought, surprising result, which is often fun. I wasn't blown away. I would probably go 4 stars. And again, that sort of leans into, like, I had a lot of 4-star matches on this show, but I didn't have any 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any 4 3/4 5-star matches. Like, it was missing the thing where I'm like, yes, like the thing last year, where you sort of end the show, even if it was this match only, and this match I went 4 3/4, I would be like, this show was great. Because then you got something big. But it's like, oh, these are a bunch of matches I liked. None of them will make my match of the year list at the end of the year. And I think for the first time ever, I think Stardom is capable of 3 better shows than this for the rest of the year.
Oh,
Like,
I think so.
When you're talking about show of the year. I mean, 5-star Grand Prix night 1 is usually great. There's one. I mean, they're doing other big shows. The finals. I think they can do 3 shows that are better than this.
Yeah.
Whereas
I would
past
agree with
years,
that.
I would have been like, there's no way. Like, this is going to be a top 3 show in all of Joshi, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if this is a top 3 show in Joshi for the rest of the year has not been a great year. So we'll see. I'm interested in the direction. I think there's a lot of ways they can go. Will it succeed? I can't say either way, but we'll see. What else has been going on in Joshi? Oz had a show at Korakuen Hall that had 2 title matches on it. Ryo Mizunami winning the vacant Pioneer 3-way title, defeating Rin and Rina Yamashita. And then Oz did the thing. They had a tag match. Hiroya Matsumoto and Momoko Hanazono defeating Akino and Mayumi Ozaki. And then the winners of that tag match went on to battle for the Oz title. And Hiroya Matsumoto defeating Momoko Hanazono in 29 minutes and 5 seconds. Tokyo Joshi had their usual Switch gimmick show on April 29th. Some fun photos from that. Everyone sort of switched around their looks. Himawari was dressed as I'm trying to remember all the switches. Mifu Ishida. Yuki Arai was dressed as Himawari. But they also did a match between John Shino, Kira Ripley, Shinsuke Wakanakamura, the Ashita Taker, and Mahirok. And if you've ever wanted to see Mahiro Kiryu in an over-exaggerated suit of muscles, this is the show for you. Also, Mifu Ishida dressed as, I guess, the Undertaker, although looked very strange, and I couldn't even tell I was like, who is that? Very odd, but the pictures are online if you want to see those.
I'm gonna look now, but Mahiro did not implicate herself in a blackface scandal, did she?
No. The face was I think she wore a bald cap. I think
Okay,
that
she
was
didn't
the
go the
only-
full Triple H.
No. No one did.
Good.
Yes.
Love to hear that.
Mifu had like a mustache drawn on her face, but that was, I think, it. Or like a
Okay.
goatee or something. And then Wave, Catch the Wave tournament started on May 3rd at Korakuen Hall. When will it air? Who's to say? Probably next year. In front of, unfortunately, 413 fans. So not a lot there, but hopefully we'll be able to see it soon. What is coming up? Stardom has a show, a Korakuen Hall show on May 17th. I don't believe anything has been announced for that show as of this moment because we're still quite a ways away. Tokyo Joshi, by the time this show is out, this show will have happened. But yes, Wonderland is happening at Korakuen Hall on May 4th. The card, Ren Kanatsu versus Shion Kanzaki. Yuri, Wakana Uehara, Kira Summer versus Himawari, Shino Suzuki, and Chika Nanase. Mizuki, Mei Suruga, and Uda Takami will take on Yuki Aino, Raku, and Palm Harajuku.
That first trio rules.
Aja Kong and Yuki Kamafuku will take on Kakeru Sekiguchi and Mahiro Kiryu. Ryo Mizunami will face off against Toga. Miyu Yamashita will team with Sakura Hattori to take on Shoko Nakajima and Hyper Masao. Suzume will defend the International Princess title against Haru Kazushiro. The Inspiration, Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee, will defend their Princess tag team titles against the Daydream duo of Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi. And the Princess of Princess title will be on the line. Yuki Arai defending against Arisa Endo. Some interesting matches there. Should be a good show. Wondering if that Miyu Hattori Shoko Hyper match will be the default number one contender match for the tag titles. Hopefully.
Probably, yeah.
Because that would be good. Interested to see the Suzume Haru match. Big spot for Haru there. Will the reign of terror of the Inspiration continue? At this point, now facing a very good team, I would say I hope not.
Yeah.
But we will see. Then on the 16th of May, Marigold has a Korakuen. 2 matches, I believe, announced for that. Sari Yamaoka will face off against Sari.
That sounds good.
Miko Aono will defend the Marigold title against Maddie Morgan. Ice Ribbon has a show on May 10th. Kahu Matsushita will defend the Ice Infinity title against Tsukina Umino. And then the big show of the next 2 weeks is the Marvelous 10th anniversary show, which will take place at Yokohama Buntai. The show is as follows. The WWE ID title will be on the line as Starboy Charlie Chaz, whatever his name is now, will defend against Titus Alexander. There will be a 4-way tag match. Alan Angels and Ray Lynn versus Miko Alana and Vinny Massaro, facing off against Sakura Hirota and Kohei Sato. And they are facing off against Yosuke Santamaria and Renee Michelle.
What the fuck is that match?
A lot of these matches these are people who have appeared in Marvelous in the last 10 years.
That's just such a wild group of people.
Then it will be Miyu Yamashita taking on Senka Akatsuki. That
Hell
should
yeah.
be very good. Chigusa Nagayo, Ai Hosan, and Ruka Amaha will face off against Aja Kong, Sora Ayame, and Hijiri Saotome. I believe Ruka and Hijiri are debuts, I believe.
Okay.
There will be a hardcore match. Veni, Chikayo Nagashima, Ichika Miyabi, and Rina Yamashita will face Masha Slamovich, Johnny Robbie, Queen Aminata, and Jesse Jackson. So another random assortment of people.
Yep.
And we'll say that.
Yep. Nothing else to be said? at all. Even though Nagayo said she's going to help her daughter get better, and I don't fucking... What was the wording? Do you remember this?
I don't remember. I mean, yeah, she said, I'm going to give her knowledge or something. It was like, I'm going to help her learning. It will be Mio Momono versus the returning Mei Sierra, the former Mei Hoshizuki, coming back to Marvelous. Rin's retirement match will be Rin and Mayu Iwatani against Itsuki Aoki and Mio Momono again, who will be pulling double duty. Might be very quick double duty.
Yeah, they put a break in there for her. Come on.
I mean, I don't know if this is the order of the matches, to be fair. It seems like it would be, but who knows. Then the AAAW tag titles will be on the line. Maria and Rico will defend against Nyla Rose and Nightshade. And the main event of the show for the AAAW singles title, it will be Takumi Iroha defending against Seri.
That's one of those, if it's a 4.5-star match, it's a disappointment matches.
Yeah, Spark Rush explodes, as they say. Kelly, I was reminded, I meant to, that you have been out of the loop of the news. I should say, going back to Tokyo Joshi, they did announce the first talent, the first person who will be participating in Summer Sun Princess.
Oh?
On July 18th. It is someone who has never appeared in Tokyo Joshi until now. I am going to drop the tweet with the video announcing this, and I would like your natural reaction.
Okay.
So I have sent Kelly the video.
Where is it? It's in the StreamYard. Okay.
It's in the private chat.
Okay. Let's see. Let's open this link. Oh, no. The tweet.
Did you get spoiled by the translation?
Yeah, it auto-corrected.
I got the experience of not having translated the tweet and just watching the video.
Yeah, that's not great.
For everyone else, that would be Sakura Hirota is the first announced talent for Summer Sun Princess.
Yeah.
Kelly, it's going to probably be Hyper Masao versus Shin Hyper Masao, I would imagine.
Yeah, it sure will be. Oh, man.
And
as long as they don't book Jiro, I'll be all right.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself here.
How wild would it be if the first two talents announced for Summer Sun Princess are Sakura Hirota and Jiro?
I think it would be wild.
Well, he's busy. He's in the Fire Festival this year, so, and I have no idea how long that goes. So I'm just gonna say he's busy.
Hey, maybe he'll be in the G1.
Maybe he'll be in the G1.
We'll have to see. But anyway, Kelly, now that I've brought you down, do you have anything else to say before this episode ends?
Yeah, I want to just say thank you to everyone that said anything nice to me, like any condolences or anything. Been going through it, but we're coming out the other side better. And I'm sad now, but that's just because of Sakura Hirota.
All right, I'm glad you ended it that way, because I was just thinking, boy, it would be a little odd to do an ad read right after this. But now I feel okay doing it. So don't forget, shop today at voicesofwrestling.com/JBA homage and get 20% off site-wide. So for Kelly,
monetize Kelly's tears.
For Kelly, I am Taylor saying so long.
Goodbye, everybody.
Wrestling Omakase brings you a full course meal of all of Japanese wrestling, men's and women's. Join me, a Japanese wrestling fan for over 20 years, along with a rotating cast of equally knowledgeable co-hosts as we cover everything from New Japan and Stardom to Noah, All Japan, DDT, Tokyo Joshi, Marigold, Sendai Girls, Dragon Gate, GLEAT, Ice Ribbon, and even more stuff. If you're a fan of Japanese wrestling and you want coverage of the entire scene in one podcast, check us out right here on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network each and every week. Get us wherever you get podcasts today.